Alright guys, got a few things happening here. I got things kind of fitted back into shape, and so far it looks like the windshield fits pretty good. And the roof was still pretty tight. I had to flex the front of this piece above the windshield here kind of down to give it more length, and same with the back, so it's kind of, I guess they were kind of bowed up a little bit, so I had to kind of force that in a little bit there, but I got it in. It seems to fit. The body line's lining up. So yeah, I've got this tacked in here. I didn't want to put too many in case I had to take it apart, but enough to hold it to put the windshield in. And what else do we got here? So I guess now I'm going to pull the roof skin off, take the glass out again, and then I can weld the inside of the roof skin in, get that done, grind all that up. And then I'm going to, like I said, I got to put some kind of sound deadener on the other side of this roof panel in between the skins there. All they had was one little square piece of matting in there before. So they didn't seem too worried from the factory, but I'll see what I can do. Maybe I can do something a little bit different. And yeah, so I guess that's about it for that. So I'm gonna get going here. Let's get on the ball. All right, the inside pillar's done. I got the little pieces in there. This one has a little bit wider gap, but it don't matter. Seam sealer goes here and over there, so it'll look just perfect when I'm done. So now I'm gonna clean up the top here, get the dirt off it, and then I think I'm gonna spray some just a little bit of sound deadener on here, and I'm going to seam seal all this stuff here, get this all ready, and then I can get ready to close all this stuff up here and get the outer skin back on. Holy moly. And then that'll be done, and I can move on to a different part here. So here we go. Okie dokie. A little wash and wipey. Fuser 805. It's a sprayable seam sealer / sound deadener. It's really good stuff. If you watch some of my previous videos on my Facebook page from a while back, you'll kind of see. I'm going to put you here so you can kind of try and see here how this works. I'm just kind of going to do the center again, kind of like they had it, and I think I'm going to put a couple blocks of foam in a couple places to help put a little bit of pressure on the outside skin, not too much, just to keep the vibration down, because otherwise it'll resonate inside the cab. See how it kind of goes on. You guys even see that? No, of course not. Let me put you this way. All right, hold on a minute here. Hold on. Don't get excited. You can put this stuff on thick or as thin as you want. You can adjust the pattern. Hopefully I have enough in my gun here. But this stuff works good for all kinds of applications. It'll mimic factory, you know, like sprayable seams on some factory stuff. Good for wheel wells, floors, all that kind of stuff. I use it a lot on floors inside and firewalls. It's really good. It's not cheap, but it's good. Sorry guys, I'm trying to hold the camera here. So this is about as big as the thing that they had in the middle before. Oh, there we go. I think I'm just about out. Yeah, that's it. She's all out. She's all out. So now I got to make sure I protect this thing. I got to clean this, put a bunch of grease on here. So don't dry up, otherwise big trouble. Big trouble. I'm going to seam seal all this with this. Another pretty good product. I only use good stuff, eh? Now, where the hell is my screwdriver? I have to hang it around my neck. Okay. It's gray. I think they have a couple other colors, but this is usually what I use because it's a little bit more neutral if you got to cover it with paint or something. This one here is a little bit unnecessary. I guess Bad Chad's not on right now for some reason. Anybody notice that? I don't know what's happening over there. Not that it matters. I don't usually just put it on like this, where it has to look good. I usually have a technique there that I use, but on here I just got to get it sealed. Let this dry up for a day, and then start getting the roof skin on here. There's also, even if it ain't perfect on this side, it don't matter because I still, where these two join, I got to put a nice bead on the inside. So it'll be sealed from both ends. Basically, if you know what I'm saying. This brand here, you can get one, I think it's the Dominion Sure Seal one, I believe. No, the ProForm one. And the ProForm, yeah, the ProForm one, I don't like it. It shrinks really bad. This stuff doesn't shrink a whole lot. can see why it rusts on the seams on here. That's why this was so bad in here. There's no protection here from the factory. Just the way it is, man. I'm really gooping it in there too. Alright, I'm gonna go do the other side. No point in leaving this on, and I'll be back. This is something I don't really use, except for in this case. I'm trying to get inside here. Let me show you. See down inside there? There's no way I can get down in there. I'm just going to try and I'm going to spray the hell out of it, and hopefully it'll just saturate the seams and kind of bridge it over. I still got to seam seal it from the inside, but you definitely don't want any water here penetrating. I mean, the water shouldn't be getting into this side anyway, because the roof seam here is going to be welded and seam sealed here properly with the urethane, so it'll actually hold it together and seam seal it. So technically there should never be water on the inside here, but just as a precaution, that's what I'm gonna do. Don't laugh at me. I'm gonna get my feelings hurt. Alright, damn hoses. Yeah, this is the paintable stuff. I'm going to try and get some in here too, because after I welded the inside panel there, I can see the spot welds. And that's another reason why these things rust, because you weld them and then nothing's protected. So what do you expect, eh? Why did I get that? I had to put my hand on there, didn't I? Let's go check it out, guys. Let me show you how it's done. I don't know if you guys can even see any damn thing. See, I just got to really get it in there. Get it in there. See? It's weird how it says this stuff is black and it's not even black, it's like brown. There you have it. Oh, down in here. See there what I was talking about? See? So you can see the welds down there? Yeah. I'm just going to try and shoot some of that in there. Why is everything in my way? Okay. Get this side done here. And then that's it. And then I just let it dry until tomorrow. And there we have it. See? So that's about as good as it's gonna be. You know. So once that dries, it'll be a little bit rubbery, and then it'll bridge it, and then hopefully keep any kind of water out of there. Hopefully. I think that's about it. There's a little bit of welds here. I'm just going to use a spray bomb here just to cover the welds here, but I'm going to do that in the morning. And then tomorrow I'm going to glue some little rubber, some foamy on there. Maybe like, it only had one before right here. So I think I'm going to glue maybe like 4 of them on. 2 in the front, 2 in the back. And like I say, it should keep it from like doing this. Alright guys, I'm ready to put the roof skin on. And as you can see, I got some foam blocks here. They're pretty squishy, so it's just basically hopefully the roof skin makes a little bit of contact. I got a feeling I'm going to have to trim them. But I can't do that. I got to get the roof skin on to see how this how it sits on there, and I'll probably have to go on and off a couple of times here. Other than that, once that's done, then I guess I'll be ready to start clamping and start tacking. I keep re-injuring. I can't see nothing. Okay. Whoa. Walk it in there. Walk it in. What's going on here? I think that's going to work. I think it's going to work actually. It might actually be good the first time, with any luck. All bent here before. Come on. Well, maybe my foam were a little bit too high, but it looks like they're going to work out. Time to clamp it down. Body line looks good here. Okay. Time to clamp it and weld it. Of course, I got to weld upside down so I get my arms all burnt up like usual. Okay. Let's see. I wish I had some more of those. One there. Stuff everywhere. If you know what I mean. Just got to open the holes up a bit so I make sure it welds properly. Okay, missing one here. And here we already have holes. We already have them. Oh yeah. penetrations. Too much stuff around here, man. Too much stuff. Must be some dirt in there. It went through. It went through anyways, eh? Don't worry. What if I do it like this, because I can't see. See, I can't get the gun in there properly. Yeah, that looks good. Looks good. Don't need these anymore. You gotta try and get them smooth so you don't have to grind too much in here. Can you see, man? Over here, eh? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That one there. I think I'm gonna have to roll it down with them or what? Oh, maybe not. Hot. Don't lean on the weld, eh? One more here. Okay, that's about it for I'm halfway on this side here. Come on. if anybody's wondering why I'm only going, seems like I'm going slow, it's because I am, because when you're doing this, there's no support under these roof panels, and it creates like a vibration and a frequency where it just basically makes your paper glide on top. It doesn't really do anything, so you can really only go a certain speed to be effective. So that's kind of why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is the worst part in here. What the? I think my ground fell down. All right, nice and clean and new. If anybody else is wondering why I'm taking the coating off, it's because if any of you guys have been doing this long enough, you know better. Because sometimes when you strip this, you'll see rust underneath and some other imperfections. Sometimes it doesn't adhere to it and it just kind of flakes off. This coating is pretty much just for storage. I mean, sometimes like on newer cars, like if I'm doing let's say a hood for a Honda Civic, yeah, I'll just scuff it and then I'll paint it, because people don't own those things long enough for anything to happen. But on this kind of stuff, you really want to start from the bare metal. So there it is, that's all stripped and ready to, yeah, the channel is all nicely cleaned up too. See? Let's see here, is this thing, what the, holy smolies, what's going on here? Huh, interesting. Oh, it's locked again. What? There we go. I tell you. All right. So anyways, there we have it. That part of the roof is done. Now I'm going to clean up all this stuff here. Clean up the insides. Everything. I got to clean everything. I got to do a little body work up there and on the front here where I welded. And yeah, just start cleaning all this up for get this thing primed up here. Probably going to prime the roof here later today, just because I don't want it to be oxidizing, and then that'll be done. So alright guys, that's it for this part here. I'm gonna bring you back later. Alright guys, I'm went around the cab here, or the roof skin here, and I just touched up a little bit of where there was some, you know, maybe some pinholes on the weld somewhere, and I missed a few, and straightening out the drip rail and making sure that's all good. And then basically now I'm starting to clean up everything so I can, like to get some primer on the top half here. But I'm cleaning this up here, this primer, whoever had this on here. And look at here underneath, see? Rust. 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 So, yeah, so now I'm wondering, what do I do with that? I don't know, man. When you take over somebody's project, that's the problem. You don't know what the hell's going on underneath. So anyways, that's what I'm doing right now, and yeah, I'll just keep going here. Gotta keep going. All right. Can't see nothing. Damn goggles. Holy Moses. Man, I'm tired of hoses. What the hell's under here? That's, I can tell, I don't know if they welded something here. Yeah, they did. It's sticking out this way, for crying out loud. I tell you, man. What is going on down there? There's so much frickin' mud in there, it's not even funny. So, I wasn't going to strip any of that stuff, but I'm already finding some problems here. I mean, look at this. All right, I got this panel cleaned up finally. And yeah, it's not the best. Unfortunately, because this was just done by somebody not too long ago. And you can see they put a piece here, and it really sticks out here. I don't know what the hell's. I think they just put a piece over top of the rust, and because you can't see it inside because it's hidden behind the floor. See, you don't even notice anything in here. I guess they figured they were going to get away with it. And then you can see they put a piece here. I mean, like, yeah, I guess, you know, guys might say it's between the box, you don't see it, but that's irrelevant. I mean, if you're going to fix rust here, why don't you put a cab corner on it? That makes no sense to me. Because you know it's going to be rusty down there. So, yeah, there was a lot of material on there, man, let me tell you. And then in here, well, you got your typical GM waves and stuff like that back here, and you had this all full of mud. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. If I'm going to leave that or what, I have no idea. I tell you. So, yeah, like I said, I got a few things here I got to fix here for rust. I don't know. I guess it's just one of those things. The things that a guy has to do to make a living. So, I mean, I don't know, like, does the guy strip all this shit here now? I don't know. I don't know. Because look at the way this has been done here. Look at this. See? Look at that. I don't know, I guess maybe in the jam's not so critical there, but you gotta try and do it as good as you can on the outside. Don't want to have to redo that kind of stuff, but who knows what's behind there. That's the problem. Yeah, if they would have had somebody made a panel for this, that would have been the best, is to replace this whole damn panel back here. But that's the way it goes, eh? I just gotta, you know, deal with what I got here and just get it done, I guess.